I have a big question. I've been asking this question for a long time, and I was like seeing all the biggest YouTubers kind of laughing about it and never saying that there is nothing, or like there is not an answer to this question. But I looking up on it and thinking about it, I think I found the answers, and I just think that there is something like Big Three, and it does exist in anime, and that is why does it a Big Three exist? Because Big Three, or like those threes that we are mentioning, are those just three animes that can like kind of wrap up a generation, or kind of tell what anime was like where those animes were airing. So I created some threes that I can literally say to you that there is never going to be a big three, but there is going to be a three that maybe is going to be big enough, but it's not going to have the same name, and we can call it immediately like this. So let's just go. So the big three's kind of names doesn't start with Big Three. It starts before, and we're starting with the first three. The first three are the first three animes that were big enough to be going into Western community. That's where we call the threes, and why we named the threes. And that's the first three comes with shows like Astro Boy, First of the North Star, and you can put every other anime that was big in Western into that. I'm not putting it because it's kind of a choice by, it's like kind of subjective, but those two are objective. So it means like Astro Boy, First of the North Star, and you can put Speed Racer or some other animes that you're like, and you think it's better. So we can work on this even later on. And then go into something that started the Big Three in its kind of held Big Three to be in Big Three who it is, and that is the OG3. And OG3 is that three animes that are such animes known, even though they're kind of having a hiatus, or like they're staying behind on the scene, they're still known as animes. And that is the OG3. I can name two animes, you can put even one there, and that is with Dragon Ball and Evangelion, and you can put maybe even Hunter x Hunter in there, but Hunter x Hunter I've chosen in another three to put it, so you can put whatever anime. And for my taste, I would put Inuyasha in there, and that's kind of my OG3. Then we go to something that is so objective. Nobody should ever care about changing it, or ever saying that there is no Big Three or is going to be ever changed. And that is Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. Because there's those three animes that even like Bleach having kind of a hiatus, but that doesn't matter because the love for Bleach have never been stopped. And Naruto, it's continuing with its like sequel series, and One Piece now continuing like 25 years or more. It's continuing ever and never stopping, and that's why they're called Big Three, because even though they are big, maybe the quality of them is not that good as it was before, the love for those shows stays in there, and it's always going to be something we're going to remember. Every kid, even my kid, I think I would put my kid, and I would just say like, watch Naruto, bro. Like, watch Naruto. Naruto is such a good anime. That's where the Big Three comes. Then we have some generations change, and then we have some three that I put in there before the thing that we are going to talk the most about later on. So that is where after the Big Three, the three is getting kind of better than Big Three, but not in the same way big. And that is where Genius 3 comes from. Genius 3, I just made it a 3 because I needed to mention those animes and to really tell that just like the Big Three, those three animes were important too, and that is completely different. And where it goes, the Genius 3, we can put in Genius 3, we can put Hunter x Hunter, Full Metal Alchemist, and Death Note. Those are the three animes you need to put in Genius 3, and I think I'm gonna make Genius 3 as an objective one. You're never gonna say something different in this, because I think that's the most objective three that I've created so far, and apart from Big Three, because Big Three was objective before I talked about it. but this is the first 3 that I make, and I think it's the best one because it's so genius. The animes are so good in quality, even doesn't matter that famous they're not that famous, but the quality just makes them to really count on as 3 animes, the 3 big animes in that generation. And then I put in like funny 3, but this is just how to say, a spin-off. I'm not trying to be kind of real in this. This is just subjective, what I know, not that what I've seen. And I'm just putting JoJo and Gintama in there because they are so funny and they're just really big, you know, in Western community. JoJo is kind of always been a funny thing, and then we have Gintama as funny thing too, and that's kind of where the thing goes. Then we have the hated 3. We need to put that because even though they're hated or they are bad, they have such a big influence. And there goes where it goes: 7 Deadly Sins, Sword Art Online, and Fairy Tail. There's the 3 most hated anime, and it's gonna be ever like this because I don't think there's gonna be another anime that's gonna be hated like this. And why they are big? Because even though they're hated, they have some people that love them, and that's what they make the quality, the famous, like the celebrity state. They make them big, and that's why they need to put in like as a 3 because there are 3 together and they did the same thing wrong, and that's why they're in the same place. Then we have what we was talking about, and that is what people try to call the new big 3, but in my opinion, we're gonna call that the modern 3. The modern 3 is the animes, as I said, is we're gonna put Chainsaw Man in it because Chainsaw Man is gonna get big because it's the only anime that was kind of in a way big, and now we're just gonna go Chainsaw Man. And then we have, you know what I'm talking about, which series, and that is Demon Slayer. And then we're gonna put Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer are officially in the modern 3. Chainsaw Man has need to prove itself that it can be in the big 3. But for this point on, just by the famous how famous this series is, it need to be put in the same 3 as in the modern 3 for the moment, until Chainsaw Man is going to really put the place in there. And that is a series of My Hero Academia. Even though it's kind of I think it has the weirdest like kind of fan base, and sometimes the anime doesn't hit that much, but it's the famous and it's really that catchy that made it to be in the modern 3. And that's what I'm saying. So if you agree with this statement, you need to like this video, subscribe, and subscribe me, because we're gonna talk so many good things and so many good takes, maybe hot takes sometimes, but we're gonna do so many takes, and then we're just gonna create so many things. And that's is, if you think that this is gonna be created ever in anime, then please put my name in it, and you can say, yeah, there is a big 3, but there is never gonna be beaten, and the what people call a new big 3 is gonna be the modern 3. And big 3, as I said, it's so big and never gonna be beaten. Like never is gonna be an anime, even Chainsaw Man, if it's been 2,000 episodes long, is never gonna beat One Piece as a series, or Naruto as really good, heartbreaking, or like most known anime in the entire world. It's the most known anime in the entire world. Just, you cannot tell me wrong. And that's just it. And then modern 3 is just what we modern anime has been getting, what my generation got through Naruto and kind of stuff, like, you know, that famously and that really good quality that Naruto and One Piece had when I was like in my time. But then Chainsaw Man and those kind of shows, or like Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer, are just doing the same thing for the modern era. So that's why I'm saying there's the modern 3. So if you like this, tell me, and see you guys in the next video. We're gonna do another hot take. This takes so long because we need to talk about this, so let's just see it.
Alright, let's get